Hi, juniors. What y'all doing? Still sleeping? Let's see what time it is. It's almost noon. You sleep till like what, noon? 1? I don't know. My kid's still in bed. He'll probably be coming down these stairs in his underwear in a minute, and then I'll have to abandon this video and restart it, just like every other day this week. So, what are you doing to fill the time? You doing a lot of working or helping out your siblings with their work? Like, what are you doing? I'm still here by myself. Well, I mean, I got that kid sleeping, but ready to go back to school, but alas, here I am. I've been doing some sewing. You'll see my sewing room. It's kind of a mess. Bum, bum, bum. There's my little carts of supplies. Some thread on the wall. I got the window so I can see the world. The sewing machine. The fabric. Oh, do you see all that fabric? Ignore my computer there. I got a quilt on the wall there. Got a quilt on the wall there. And here, let me show you what I'll show you in my living room. I got my quilt that I'm working on now. Da, da, da. I have laundry on the chairs in my living room because this is real life. Okay. Oh, and you want to see my workspace for school? Boom. It's right there. That little cart. It was in my classroom, remember? But I brought it home and filled it with all the things I need for us to be us. And so here I am. So, if I have not heard from you, either by seeing evidence that you've been working in Google Classroom or that you have sent me an email or showed up at the Zoom or whatever, then I'm going to be calling you because you've already received an email, a Google Classroom, and a Google Hangout invite. But I need to know that you're okay. I want to know, A, do you have everything you need? Like, do you have the essentials for survival? B, do you have everything you need for school to be successful? C, what are your other responsibilities? Is it a stressful time for you? Are you doing okay? You managing? Let me know. Okay, I have a little list here of things we need to talk about. So, if you haven't heard from me, I'm calling you. I know all my dual credit kids, we've already talked. And so it's mostly just the rest of my AP students that we need to just touch base. Okay, grades. The district said what they want is for us to count everything as formative and not count anything as summative. So what we'll do is if we write papers or things that we spend a lot of time on, we'll take more than one grade for it. So we'll still use the AP rubric. So what we'll do is like if you write an essay, like a timed write, then we'll take like row A, which is your thesis, and we will take a grade from that. Row B is your evidence, commentary, would take a grade from that. So that's kind of how we would do our grades. So we'll still be doing the same work we do, just not quite the quantity of work that we used to do. Let's see. The district also wants you doing about 100 hours of work per class per week. So that could be done in one chunk, in 2 chunks, or in 5 days of 20 minutes each, however you want to do it. And so what we're going to do is the assignment that I have in Google Classroom is what I would like you to all do. If you're taking the AP exam, then I'm going to recommend that you do the AP Classroom, AP Lang videos on YouTube. It would be helpful if you would print out the passage ahead of time So if you go to Advanced Placement and then on YouTube, their channel, and then you find the AP Lang listing, it'll have like that, the week's worth of videos, the already there, and you can set that little timer to give you a reminder. But it will have in the description like a link to what it is you're going to be working on, what piece of writing you'll be working with. And then you can print that out and have it in front of you just as if you were in class, taking a real course. The content that they're putting out is very good. And so it's definitely worth your time. I'm not going to make it mandatory. It's going to be the kind of extra credit. Okay, so let's see where we go with that. Okay, so if you're taking the AP exam, I'd really like you to focus on that. Next, this week, okay, so here's the last thing that really we needed to teach you in terms of content before we started really just focusing on style and sophistication with your writing. And that is satire. So I asked you the question, what's the difference between satire or humor, satire, and parody? Okay, so humor, things that make us laugh or chuckle or haha, very interesting, kind of thing, haha, peculiar. However, parody is when you're like imitating someone. Maybe it's a caricature, of someone. So I know when my son was little and he would make fun of his dad, he'd say, "My name is Daddy and I've got big muscles and I like to eat vegetables." And then, my husband would make fun of Ethan by saying, "My name's Ethan Wilkes and I keep cups all over my bedroom." And so that's parody. All right. If you take a look at Saturday Night Live, most of what they're doing is parody. They're pretending to be the president or whatever kind of a situation, and they're kind of doing a caricature of it. Okay. So that's parody. Satire, on the other hand, it may or may not be funny, like that you laugh at it. It may just instead be, it's just something that makes you think. Okay, so the passage that you're reading by Jennifer Price about pink flamingos, what I want you to think about as you're reading that is, what is it she's trying to say about Americans in that passage? Because satire always has a point. What is the point she's trying to make? Now, it's not explicitly stated like in a thesis statement. Okay, so it may be implicit, it may be implied. Okay, so whatever the case may be, I want you to think about that as you're answering the questions for that passage. Okay, let's see. Every day from 10 to 12, I'm on Google Hangouts. And so you can video in or you can chat, but just be prepared that I may need to, if I have like a long explanation that I see I need to kind of go over some things, teach some things, I may do like a video call back to you. Now you can you don't have to answer with your camera. You can just do audio to where I'm the one doing the talking. But sometimes that conversation is a lot easier in terms of explanation than merely us typing back and forth. Okay, so know that Google Hangouts is a great platform for us to, do that. All right, so I'm going to be responding to the things that you do online. I'm going to give you feedback. I would like you to continue with your pandemic multi-genre journal. So keep in mind with that multi-genre journal, try and do like 5 entries a week. And what are those artifacts that tell the story of what's happening right now? What businesses are booming and which ones are not? How much struggle are people really going through right now? Or is everyone, pretty much just enjoying this? I want you to convey the sentiment of what life is really like. It doesn't need to all be in writing. It could be screenshots of social media. It could be, texts, screenshot those and post them. Not just random texts, but kind of texts that really they're telling as to what life is indeed like from the American teenager's point of view. Okay, so remember, these are artifacts that someone in 50 years, i.e. you when you're talking to your grandkids, and they want to know, what was it like during that pandemic of, 2020? You can pull this out and say, boom, here it is. So right now you're in the throes of it. So you're taking all this information in at once. And it's just the way life is. It's normal for us right now because it's how we're living. But years from now, people are going to want to know what that was like. And, if you could create something that could be a, document one day, that could be really valuable. Okay. Are you reading books? Do you want to meet online Friday for book club? Check your slides and also the Remote Learning Week 2. And I put the Zoom code for that so that if you would like to jump online and hang out with us. I think we had about 15, 16 people last time. It was nice. We got to see each other, which was really, really good for the soul. So that's all I got for you guys. But I wish we were together. I wish we were in our class. We had so much fun that last day before we got out for spring break doing the argument, the debating. I saw some real talent and some sides of y'all I hadn't seen before that was just really fun to see. And that's what I wish we were doing more of. So I miss you. I miss the life we had. And I look forward to hopefully us getting back to living that way and getting to be in school in person and getting to do fun activities, not just you sitting at home working. But I think this is going to be our new normal for a while, unfortunately. Okay, guys. Let me know what I can do to help support you. And I'll be checking on you online. Y'all take care. Miss you.